In the 17th century, a mysterious grimoire known as the Lemmageddon, or the Lesser Key of Solomon, emerged as a practical manual for action. It provided specific instructions for summoning and binding 72 distinct supernatural entities. Modern popular culture frequently portrays demons as chaotic, mindless monsters, existing only to destroy. The Ars Goetia, the most famous portion of the book, presents a different reality. It organizes these spirits into a strict aristocratic hierarchy, assigning them ranks like kings, dukes, and presidents. Each entity on the list fills a specific corporate function. Practitioners summoned them to teach philosophy, manage trade, manipulate the weather, or influence human emotions. This raises a question. Why would 17th century magicians go to such lengths to create a rigid, rule-based system for these forces? To find out, we have to look at what these entities were actually commanded to do. The system draws its authority from the legend of King Solomon. In this tradition, Solomon was a master magician who commanded spirits through the power of a divine ring known as the Seal of Solomon. Folklore suggests Solomon used this ring to enslave 72 rebellious spirits, forcing them into superhuman labor to build the Temple of Jerusalem. To prevent their escape, Solomon eventually sealed all 72 spirits inside a brass vessel, inscribed with sacred names and divine symbols. The myth tells of the vessel being cast into the sea, only to be found by Babylonians who broke the seals. They expected treasure, but instead released the spirits back into the world. These 72 entities scattered, becoming permanent fixtures in human affairs. By the 1600s, this myth had been systematized into the Ars Goetia. It offered a blueprint for practitioners to replicate Solomon's methods and reclaim control over these forces. Looking at the specific powers assigned to these spirits, a pattern emerges. The Ars Goetia acts as a map of human desire, categorized by the things people secretly want. One major category focuses on the acquisition of knowledge. Demons like Phyrkis and Paimon are set to teach philosophy, astronomy, and the liberal sciences, acting as guardians of hidden wisdom. Another major group governs our human connections. Spirits like Zephyr and Citri were called upon to inflame passion, reveal secret desires, or reconcile lovers who had grown apart. Many entries address the pursuit of material power. Entities like Boon and Zagan are described as having the power to transmute metals, retrieve stolen goods, and provide the summoner with immense wealth. Others govern the natural world and human perception. These spirits were tasked with controlling the weather, granting invisibility, or using trickery to alter how a person is perceived by their enemies. The final category addresses the reality of conflict. Spirits like Andros and Helphos reflect a fascination with war, bloodshed, and the tactical destruction of one's opponents. Together, these 72 entities form a mirror. They represent the raw ambitions and impulses that society usually requires us to keep hidden. Modern historians and occultists view the Ars Goetia as a complex cultural artifact. They see a system that blends Jewish folklore, Arabic mysticism, and Renaissance philosophy into a single psychological tool. This psychological interpretation treats the 72 demons as archetypes. In this view, summoning a spirit is a method for exploring the internal landscape of the subconscious and confronting one's own shadow side. Engaging with this text becomes a way to balance the duality of human nature, acknowledging our darker impulses alongside our highest ideals. The Ars Goetia has survived for centuries because the desires it catalogs, the hunger for knowledge, wealth, and connection, remain the primary drivers of the human experience.